Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream. And in this stream, I'm going to be continuing more of the birthday special for Nick the Enlightened, but this time on Sonic Mania. Now, before I begin, I'm going to do the usual stuff. Be sure that the chat works. Buddy, just watching the stream. I will type in test here to be sure that the chat works here. We're going from there, folks. Alright, so now that it says, buddy, watching the stream, so type in test, right about. Now see what works here. Okay, so the chat indeed works, so. And also I decided to skip the opening intro because I do want to save time. And basically the reason being is because basically it's basically confirmed that I gotta stay the night both tomorrow night and Saturday night for certain reasons over at my mom's boyfriend's house. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this game as part of Nick the Enlightened's birthday special celebration, but I skip the cutscene. However, once I get to the final segment, which, spoiler warning, it's Sonic Generations, I will not skip the cutscenes here. But here I'll skip the cutscenes. I just want to skip the opening intro. So, yeah. I do apologize, Nick the Enlightened. Like, I don't know why I decided to wait till now to do this. But hey, at least I'm doing it now. I mean, I figured, since I gotta stay the night on both nights, which is tomorrow and Saturday night, tomorrow night and Saturday night respectively, I figured, I may as well do this now. So, I don't remember, I don't remember what I did for Sonic Mania from last year, and at least I thought I did it last year, which is why I'm gonna see what character I was playing as and stuff. The last time I was playing, the last time I did this for Nick the Enlightened, and then we'll go on from there, folks. I'm gonna assume, keyword assume, I'm gonna assume, Nick the Enlightened, wanted me to play as, Knuckles last time. Or who knows, maybe I didn't stream this game. Okay, there's a late 2024 birthday thing, okie doke. Yeah, okay, Knuckles. So, basically, what I will do is, for this, stream here, I will play as Sonic and Tails here, and I'm also. Okay, I just want to make sure I can hear my voice. So without further ado, let's play Sonic Mania as Sonic and Tails as part of Nick the Enlightened's birthday celebration. Now this playthrough, because it's gonna be a no save run. Basically, what I will do is I will do the best I can to get all the Chaos Emeralds in this playthrough, and it doesn't matter whether I get all the Chaos Emeralds here. I'm only doing this for fun. I'll do the best I can to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but I'm not gonna make any promises in terms of that. I'm not gonna make any promises. Yeah, I'm gonna say that right now. I am not gonna make any promises. Yeah. And with that being said, I have not played Sonic Mania in quite some time. If I'm being honest with you guys here. I really realized the last time I played through Sonic Mania was last year for Nick the Enlightened celebration. I don't really know, but either way, regardless of such, now it is time to get the Chaos Emerald here. Or at least the best we can. Although because this is the very first special stage, we should be able to get this Chaos Emerald, no problem here. But yeah, because of what's going on tomorrow night, I do want to stream Sonic Generations as part of NickTheEnlightened's birthday celebration for 2025. And if I said 2024, I meant to say 2025. Yeah, in which case, I'll be doing Sonic Generations like literally straight after I'm done streaming Sonic tonight. You know, considering the time it is now. So with that being said, we did get our first Chaos Emerald, which is pretty solid to say the least. So yeah, a pretty good start for NickTheEnlightened's 2025 birthday celebration. We're off to a fantastic start. Let's hope I can continue to do a good job. You know, I just want to do a good job. So yeah. Alrighty, time for our very first boss fight here. Let's see how we do, even though it's pretty easy. Like even without the invincibility, he's still pretty easy. But then again, it is the very first boss in the whole game, so, or in this case, a mini boss. So obviously, you know, he's not gonna really pose much of a threat to us. But I swear though, if I get a game over magically, like on this first zone or whatever, then yeah, I'm not even gonna bother doing a redo and you know and just call it quits. Not rage quitting, but you know, I'm pretty sure NickTheEnlightened wouldn't want to rewatch me doing the same gameplay over and over. Just to get to where I left off or whatever. You know, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to do that. I mean, granted, you could argue that I could just play on the I could just play on with a save file, and normally I do. Normally, whenever I do decide to replay Sonic Mania, I do typically do it with a save file, But I figured, and why not? Let's do those saves run. Challenge type deal. Yeah, I figured, yeah, why not? Why not do it that way as part of a challenge? Well, that and plus, it's basically like the old school Sonic games as well, where basically they had no save. Where you know, where you couldn't save the game. Yeah, where you couldn't save the game. From what I remember, anyway, is that Sonic 3, and I mean just Sonic 3, because just Sonic 3 released before Sonic and Knuckles, so technically speaking, it was just Sonic 3. Just Sonic 3, well in this case Sonic 3 alone, is the first Sonic game, well, okay, technically no, never mind. At first I was getting ready to say, just Sonic 3 was the first Sonic game to have, like, a save feature, you know, where it saves, like, right on the thing. But actually, technically, no. Technically speaking, that is Sonic CD. Technically speaking. Because from what I remember anyway, the game used the disc memory to save the game. So, that's how I remember things. I could be mistaken. So, from what I remember, I'm hearing anyways, that Sonic CD is the first Sonic game to implement a save feature, not counting stuff like passwords, because that's not really a save system. That's just more so. Yeah, that is just more so. Well. You know, like a temporary save, but even then it's not really saving. It's just, you know, getting the correct answer and stuff. Alright, so. Alright, now we're off to Chemical Plant Zone. Yeah, and as for what I personally think of Sonic Mania as a whole, even though the subscribers who know me should know me right now, but, But basically with Sonic Mania, I do like this game. I do. Yeah, like, cause see, I like Sonic Mania. Okay, well, I try to get the rings, but anyway, you know, I like Sonic Mania. I do. I really do. It's a good game. It's a fun game. But considering, you know, that most of the game's levels is based on like the old stages instead of the new ones. That kind of, you know, kind of lowers my grade system for this game. You know, like I said, Sonic Mania, it's not a bad game by any means. You can definitely tell the people over at Christian Whitehead's team were really trying. You could tell they were really trying into making this a fantastic Sonic experience. Yeah, you know, you can definitely tell they were really trying. You can definitely tell they were really trying. But the problem is, see, here's the thing though. Part of what I learned or heard about, whatever you guys want to call it here. So basically, from what I'm hearing is that Sonic Mania, they actually were gonna have like every single zone, all original, brand new original zones. Yeah, from what I'm hearing anyways, that's what the original plan was. That's the keyword original. Originally. Also, third Chaos Emerald we got. Awesome. Yeah, that was the original plan, you know? But again, like I said, that's the keyword. Original. And until Sega, they told Christian Whitehead's team to feature like a lot of old stages or whatever. So that was when people over at Christian Whitehead's team into designing the game into having it where quite a bit of stages are based on old ones. At least on the bright side though, you know, Act 2s of these old stages have original level designs, so at least Sonic Mania has that he's going for it, you know. But like I said, I would like Sonic Mania more if it had more original stages. Like I said, Sonic Mania isn't a bad game by any means. You can definitely tell that the people over there, they were really trying, and you can tell that they were passionate about this project, and you know, all that good stuff. You can definitely tell for sure. But you know, just some instances, you know, they could have done better. And also, this part right here is very, and I mean very, very iconic. And the reason being is because a lot of Sonic fans meme this spot. Where they're like, where basically they're gonna say, oh, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I never got past this part, you know, because of the rising water, you know, you know. I don't know if I ever had issues at that part when I was a kid, but I do know either way that part can be pretty difficult though. It is challenging. It is pretty challenging, to say the least. And also, by the way, I would also highly recommend for you guys to check out NickTheEnlightened's channel. And to those who doesn't know his channel, yeah, oh yeah, I believe his profile picture, currently, it's like Luigi or something, based on Mario Kart World, I could be mistaken, cause of my short-term memory, but I do know that either way, that his latest Let's Play that I recall him doing was Pac-Man World. I almost said Pac-Man World Recap. Pac-Man World 2. I didn't really watch that playthrough, but I did watch the finale of that part though, so I can hear about his thoughts about the game and stuff. I did watch that. Speaking of birthdays, I also gotta watch NickTheEnlightened's more of his birthday special thing that he did for me. Because, you know, earlier this year. Because the last one because the last one, that I left off on was, I believe, Family Feud. I believe on, like, the Wii or the Switch or something. I don't really remember where I left off on specifically, but I do know either way that it was somewhere around that's where I left off at. Because I was watching it at first, but then I think I started watching that night or whatever, because I believe that was when I was like sleepy or whatever, and I wanted to get some sleepy dreams and all that. So that's what happened. Well, hello, welcome to the stream, I guess, and yeah, thanks for subscribing. It does help my channel, because despite my subscriber count, okay, where am I even going first off? Because despite my subscriber count, you know, my channel is rather small. Not a lot of people watching my content. Not that I really blame them, of course, because most of my content is basically YouTube streams, and also occasionally regular videos from my phone. But you know, yeah, like I said, it does help the channel. Like I said, so I do appreciate that. Alright, time to get our next UFO. Yeah, basically with these special stages here, the only one I recall that is kind of challenging, I guess, is the last one, but even that it's fairly challenging. I'm only saying that because their only form of challenge is that there isn't like anything to save you from like the bottomless pit or whatever. Then again, you could argue the same thing with this too. Yeah, you could argue it's the same deal. You're proud to be a subscriber. It is great to meet. And yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, I've been a Sonic fan since like possibly the early 2000s. You know, what can I say? You know, I do love Sonic. You know, I do. You know, like as much as a lot of people memes on Sonic and how Sonic games are never good and all that stupid stuff, I still love the Sonic games. Granted, my opinion is kind of biased on that because I believe my first ever video game I ever played may have been like a Sonic game, maybe on like Sonic 2 or something. I don't really remember, but I do know either way. Both Mario and Sonic, I believe, were like the very early video game stuff I remember playing back in the days. You know, so yeah, I've been a Sonic fan, like I said, since the early 2000s. What can I say? And now it is time for the Puyo Puyo thing, or aka Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. And I remember, like, back in the day, especially, like, you know, like, back in the day when this game first released, you know? Oh boy. Yeah, I remember, I was, like, really shocked, you know? I mean, because I never would have thought they would reference Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I never thought they would reference that, you know? And as a Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine as a whole, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is actually pretty fun. You know, as well. It's not one of my favorite Sonic games of all time, but you were a Sonic fan since you watched Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog on Toon Disney as a kid back in the 90s. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, it's not my favorite Sonic show of all time, but I do like it because I find the comedy to be rather, you know, wacky, and that's why I like it, because I just like its wacky comedy that it goes for. And you were 2 years old. Sorry, you were 2 years old when the first Sonic the Hedgehog game was released for the Sega Genesis. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh wow. I think I'm gonna lose here, despite you know. Okay. Cool. I got red. Basically, yeah, yeah. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not my favorite Sonic show of all time. Far from it, but I, but I, but I still do find the show to be pretty wacky, pretty funny. Um, yeah, there are some opinions out there. I do have some opinions about Sonic. You know that some may find kinda interesting or whatever. Like for example, my favorite Sonic show of all time is my favorite Sonic show of all time is Sonic X. Um, I mean, my opinions are biased because I believe that was like one of the first Sonic shows I watched in terms of me paying attention wise. So I do remember seeing like Sonic Underground too when I was a kid. Like I remember seeing Sonic Underground, but you know, but back then I didn't know what was going on because I was a kid, I guess at the time. Um, so so I didn't know what was going on. But Sonic X, that was when I was really trying to pay attention to what was going on screen and all that good stuff. Also, nice frame. You guess you could say that you've been a Sonic fan for a long time. In fact, you made three of your own Sonic OCs. The names are Amari the Bat. Okay, hold on. I gotta, because it's not showing up properly. Whoopsie. Um, Amari the Bat Hog, the Athena Panther, and Adora Fox Hog. Yeah, yeah, I do have a Sonic OC as well, but I didn't really do anything with my Sonic OC, all that much aside from the fact, I guess her name was a Starfy or whatever, and something about she was like an alien from another planet or whatever, and something about how she had a crush on Sailor or whatever. But like I said, I haven't really done anything with my OC. And I know it's not all that original, I know. Some people can call it cliche. But keep in mind that I created that OC since like 2015, so yeah. And even then, with said OC, I had... No, I didn't. I had some person do it for me because I'm not good at drawing, far from it, in fact. But I believe her username was called Princess Crystal 27 or Princess Crystal 25 or something like that. I do know it was Princess Crystal, and it had like a number attached, like a number. I think like double digits. Because I remember, yeah, she was the one who did it for me, and ever since then, that's been my profile picture on DeviantArt ever since then. But but like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really do anything really with the I almost said DLC, OC. But like I said, that was just the backstory I just randomly came up with. But then some person was complaining, like back on Chat Tango, this person was complaining that I wasn't being being more original, so the person was complaining about that, and then it's like, and then I'm like, well, how original can you get, and besides, it's like, well, say it's my OC, so whether it's original or not, I guess it doesn't really matter, as long as I create my own backstory, that's all that matters, right, So, well, like I said, that OC was made since 2015 or so. Oh, okay. Could you get in touch with her? You're hoping you're a Sonic OC artist could draw. Sure. Sure. I'll just you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go on my DeviantArt page. Provided 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 I can find because I believe she followed me on Hangouts, I believe. I just gotta find it first. um. Oh wait. Okay. I'll send you the link. But oh, actually no. Okay. Okay. That's right. I forgot. Okay, yeah. First off, her name username is called Princess Crystal 25. But I don't think she's gonna really be able to help you out because she doesn't really go on DeviantArt all that much anymore like she used to, and I believe it's something about because she has some kind of job or something, and she just doesn't really feel like where she just doesn't really feel like drawing or anything like that anymore. So I don't think she's gonna be able to help you out, unfortunately. And Princess Crystal 25 is like the main one I know about because well, okay, maybe she wasn't my best friend or anything, but I did consider her a friend regardless of such. And yeah, we did talk to each other quite a bit back then, specifically on DeviantArt. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I don't think she's gonna help you because I completely forgot all about that. She doesn't really, like I said, she doesn't. Oh, son of a. Oh no, oh crap! I think I'm done. Come on, let's go. Yes, got it. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't think she's gonna help you, unfortunately, because like I said, I mean, I know I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I'm autistic, so it's mild, but still. But but yeah, like I said, I don't think she's gonna help you with, if I'm being honest, because she doesn't really go on DeviantArt all that much anymore. But I will say, that she, what, yeah. And from what I remember, I believe I first knew about Princess Crystal 25 when she did some kind of son of a biscuit. I saw something down there, but okay, well I tried. But yeah, I believe I first knew about her when I read some story, when I read some made up story that she made. Like I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was like a Sonic story, but it was based on like high school, or if it was like some kind of other Sonic story. I don't remember, but I do remember either way. I read one of her stories on a DeviantArt, and ever since then, I've been interested in her, or not really interested in her. I mean, interested in her stories and art and stuff. That's what I meant. Okay, I understand she can't help you. You just hope you can find a Sonic OC artist who can help you. You have autism too. You have I am functioning case of it. Cerebral palsy too. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm autistic. Like I said from earlier, it's mild, but still. Yeah, like then you have some people out there who will treat autistic people like crap. And I know this for a fact because this one time, okay, I don't know what I'm saying hit for because it's not even funny, but the reason why I'm saying that is because way back when a closed verse was still a thing, there was just a post on closed verse, which is basically a Weaver's clone. Like I'm trying to say. And basically, this person posted like some picture of Yoshi with a caption on it, saying something like, Yoshi says to, well, let's just say, okay, I'm not gonna say the actual word, but like the K word. But I will say that the image of the caption says something like, "Oh, Yoshi says to blank yourself, you autistic fuck." It's basically when I remember the person saying, or you know, the caption. And then that was when I was trying to speak up about it, and you know, saying that, you know, saying that kind of stuff is not okay to do. You know, I was trying to explain that to the person, and then the person was like, you know, get over it. People make fun of autistic people all the time, or some other excuse like that, you know. And all I was trying to do was trying to speak up, you know. You know, it's just, you know, it's just saying, you know, telling someone to blank themselves is not a good, is never a good thing, regardless if the person is autistic or not, you know. I mean, like, people can say that stuff in their head, but don't actually, like, say it, like, out in public and everything. Also, nice frame. Yeah, you know, you've been treated like, uh, like crap more than once. In fact, an old high school friend of your sister's friend called me retarded behind me. Yeah, thanks for reminding me on that, because it reminds me of way back when I was in school. Yeah, when I was in school, way back when the days, when I was in school, I literally heard, someone saying it. I mean, I'm not gonna say my first and last name, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say my real name for safety purposes. But let's just say Video Game Fan 96, even though they said my first and last name. But just take your reason. So, anyways, I was in school. I was walking to some class or whatever I was doing, and then some person said something like, "Oh, did you hear Video Game Fan 96's you know, voice at the lunch table today? His voice is terrible." Or something like that, yeah. You know, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, like, and when I heard someone saying that, oh boy, did that hurt my feelings bad. It really, really did. And ever since then, and I believe ever since then, or videos before that, I'm not sure, but I believe, like, ever since then, I wasn't really too interested in making a whole lot of friends ever since then. And, you know, it's just also how did I not get that ring thing? That's just the thing that sucks with being autistic, you know? Where a lot of people out there, they will treat said autistic people like garbage, all because they're autistic, or whatever, you know? I just think it's really stupid, you know, personally. Like, you know, it's okay to not like autistic people. Yeah, it's okay, you know, not to like autistic people. You know, it's okay, you know? Like, I mean, I get it. Some autistic people out there, some people out there, they just don't want to deal with them. So, you know, I get it. You know, some autistic people out there, some people out there, you know, they're just, that's how they are. You know, it's just some people, they just don't want to deal with that stuff. Okay, first off, nice frame. And second off, hello, we got Super Mario in the chat from Super Mario Bros. And stuff. Well, welcome to the stream all the same, you know? And also, hello, to the other person as well. I didn't say there, but welcome to the stream as well. But yeah, basically, to those who are watching this, even though I already explained this during the stream, but yeah, I do plan on streaming the final part of this 2025 special celebration thing for NickTheEnlightened, like literally straight after I'm done streaming this game, straight after I'm done streaming this game, I will literally stream Sonic Generations as the finale, as part of his 2025 birthday celebration thing. I mean, I figured I'm doing that. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. It's another, sorry. The other chatter. Yeah, I mean, I read that. I, okay, I'll just call you Max, okay. But, the reason why, okay, I literally pressed X, nothing registered. But, you know, I don't know why I didn't read it properly, I guess I was just being dumb, but yeah. But yeah, that is what I have planned for tonight. Like literally, straight after I'm done streaming this game is when I'll do Sonic Generations as the finale. That is what I currently have planned. And the reason being is because tomorrow, both tomorrow and Saturday night, yes, both tomorrow night and Saturday night, I'm not going to be available for streaming. Because I'll be staying the night over my mom and my boyfriend's house. So I figured, yeah, hey, may as well do this now while I'm at it. Well, no, not yet, but hopefully I'll be able to get Supersonic in the next zone or so. But we'll see. But yeah, basically this stream, it's gonna be in any percent run. So meaning that I can try to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but you know, but yeah, I'll do the best I can to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but I'm not gonna make any promises in terms of that, you know. I'll do the best I can, but like I said, I'm not gonna make any promises. But according to what it says on my stream, the last time I did a stream on this last year, as part of this late 2024 birthday celebration. Apparently I played the game as Knuckles, so figured, hey, we have to do it as Sonic and Tails. Apparently I could have just chosen Tails, but it's too late now. I restarted the stream, so it's like, hey, may as well continue. Then it was 36 minutes into the stream anyway, so it's like, why even bother? But yeah, I mean, what else can I say about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise? I love the Sonic franchise. In fact, I'm obsessed over this franchise. However, despite that, I am not as obsessed over this franchise as okay, technically I'm still obsessed over it, but I'm not obsessed over this franchise as much as a certain franchise that I have streamed on this channel before. And for those who doesn't know me, that series is the Persona franchise. And I am not kidding around, guys. When I say that the Persona franchise means a lot to me, I mean it means a lot to me. I love this. I love that franchise. But yeah, I do love Sonic as well as Mario. But the thing of it is, I like Sonic more than I do with Mario. Just because I like Sonic more than I do with Mario doesn't mean I'm gonna show my opinion, down people's throats, if people like if a certain person likes Mario more than Sonic, or vice versa, then, it's just that person's opinion, and that's all that matters, Everyone has their own different opinions, Yeah, not everyone out there believes in the same stuff. It's just everybody's different. Everybody's different. Oh, okay. Why am I having a rough time getting up there? I normally don't have that many issues trying to get up there. Okay, thank you. But yeah, seriously though, I usually don't have issues with that. So I don't know why I was having issues trying to get up there. Do you know that flying battery in Sonic Mania is the... Well, yeah, about the remake of Sonic Mania Knuckles, yeah, a lot of people know that. But then again, you can say the same thing with pretty much all the other zones too. But that's one of the reasons why it's one of the reasons as to why though Sonic Mania, like I still like the game, but you know, it's just, you know, I would like the game a heck of a lot more if it had more original levels. And also that didn't last long. Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh wow, oh yeah, I believe this is the last final stage, special stage too. So provided I don't actually screw up, then, which I shouldn't, because even this special stage is pretty easy. I mean, yeah, it's still challenging, because there isn't stuff to save you. But yeah, I should be able to get this one no problem, because like I said, even this one is pretty easy. But hey, I'm not gonna hold my breath, you know? I could end up messing up somehow, you know? Anything can happen. Well, I don't know what I was referring to that made you say who, but yeah, with that being said, yeah, this shouldn't be all that of an issue to get Super Sonic. Yeah, see, all that easy. So now I got all the Chaos Emeralds. But apparently, I don't know how true it is, but apparently it's possible to get every single Chaos Emerald in Green Hill Zone in Sonic Mania. Don't know how true it is, but that's what I remember hearing. Alright, time to be Super Sonic! Where Super Sonic is very, very powerful and everything. Because, you know, it's just that cool. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What are we gonna do? How is UFOs? Well, I don't know. Just think of it like a Sonic CD, where Sonic CD, where they have the Chaos Emeralds too. Let's just say that Eggman put the Chaos Emeralds in there on the UFOs, I guess. I actually don't really remember, but but let's just say that just to make things easier, you know. Oh yeah, this part. Okay, I'm still gonna go that. I'm still gonna go left. It's Sonic CD, yeah. Well, oh, okay, yeah, sorry. But yeah, you are correct. Sonic CD is actually the time stone. But yeah, think of it, either way, still think of it like that. But yeah, that's what I meant. Because basically, to those who doesn't know, the time stones are kind of similar to the Chaos Emeralds, except that Sonic doesn't have a super form in Sonic CD. But rather, you know, you get all the time stones in Sonic CD. You basically get the true ending by default. So, or the good ending, or whatever it is you guys want to call it here. But yeah, that's basically how the time stones work. Okay, careful. You gotta be careful because even Super Sonic is not immune for damage. For bomb with 6. So gotta be careful. But even so, I would still recommend for people. I don't know why I even touch that, you know. Oh wow! Now we got freaking Chris Thorndike in the chat, you know. Well, thanks, I guess. I mean, I don't think I sound anything like Jason Griffith, but Jason Griffith Sonic, but thanks, I guess, you know. But yeah, to those who doesn't know me as well, basically, whenever I do my Sonic voice, or at least okay, typically I have 2 Sonic voices I do, but I prefer my Jason Griffith version Sonic than the Roger Craig Smith one. But even then with my Jason Griffith one, it's just basically me doing my regular voice, but the only difference is I sound more excited than usual. Wow, Roger Craig Smith. Well, in that case, that's completely different than your Sonic, Chris. But I mean, thanks, I guess, all the same. But it's kind of funny because this is my regular voice, and and basically when I do my Roger Craig Smith impression Sonic, it doesn't sound anything like that Roger Craig Smith Sonic, but yeah. It's kind of funny how you ask that, because in Sonic Generations, in the original dialogue, like modern Tales, sorry, classic Tales literally asks that question to a modern Tales, where it's like, oh, where do they keep all those gold rings? And then modern Tales says, I don't know, I keep on forgetting to ask. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, earlier in the stream, you know, Sonic X, you know, I love Sonic X. I don't care what people says about that show being bad or how the 4Kids voice actors suck. I don't care. You know, when I think of Sonic characters, well, for the most part, I think of them as the 4Kids voice cast. And that's what I'm saying when I'm saying, for the most part. And the reason why I'm saying for the most part is because, you know, Amy Talent. That's the only exception to that rule. That's the only exception to that rule. Because Amy Talent, to me, doesn't sound anything like a boy. And that's why back then, when I was younger, I used to think that Tails was a girl because of Tails' voice back in Sonic X. And that's why, in the case of Tails' voice in Sonic, when I think of that, when I think of Tails' voice, I think of either Kate Higgins or Colleen O'Shuri or whatever how her name's pronounced. But yeah, hello, welcome to the stream, and also we are now onto my favorite zone in the whole game, or if not that, one of my favorite zones in the game. And also, I dropped my phone by accident. But yeah, this is literally my favorite zone in the game, or if not that, one of my favorites. And the reason being is because of the music in Press Garden Zone X. Oh, it sounds so good. And heck, you know, well, I mean, I find that a little debatable, but I mean, it's still a good Sonic game. Don't get me wrong on that. It's still a good Sonic game. It's still good. But I just don't really, you know, it's just, and also not your fault, Chris. It's not like you're over here trying to reach for my phone or anything. So it's all fine and dandy, Chris. It's not your fault. Well, apparently, according to what I heard, is that they actually were making, or at least according to what I looked up, is that Sonic Mania 2 was actually in development. But then it later got canned. Not entirely sure the reason behind it, but according to what I remember hearing is that yeah, Sonic Mania 2 was actually in development, and then they later canned it. Don't take my word for it though. I'm just saying based on what I think I remember hearing. So don't take my word for it. Well, that is true, and as for Sonic Superstars as a whole, I think Sonic Superstars is okay. But you know, compared to other Sonic games, it's not the best. And don't get me frickin' started on the final bosses, especially on the true final boss. Don't get me started on that. Because let me just say that the true final boss fight in Sonic Superstars is completely RNG luck-based bullshit. And I am not kidding. It's literally RNG. It's literally RNG. It's bullshit. It's not fun at all. It's just dumb. And then you have a trick final boss where it's also complete bull crap, because like literally most of the attacks yeah, most of the attacks that Trip Final Boss has are basically one-hit KO moves. I believe like one or two attacks doesn't contain one-hit KO moves, but otherwise most of them contain one-hit KO moves, and it's dumb. And then you have the regular Final Boss on the main regular story mode, and even that's complete bullshit too, because yeah, basically if you end up dying at any point during it, well, guess what? You have to redo all of it. You have to redo everything all over again. All complete with the waiting game. And to those who doesn't believe me, at least in terms of the True Final Boss thing, check out my stream on it, which I believe is titled Sonic Superstars Last Story stream. And you guys will see what I mean. Cause that crap literally took me, and I shit you not, that literally took 2 hours. And I am not kidding. And that is because the RNG was not being nice enough to me. And the only way I was able to win that fight was by pausing the game, exiting out of the True Final Boss fight, going back into said True Final Boss fight, and only then was I able to win. Yeah, it got canceled, Sonic won, but she's back in Sonic Mania. Well, logic, well, I guess it's how it is, but yeah, that's what I'm saying when I'm saying, yeah, don't get frickin' started. Yeah, like I said, yeah, if you guys want to check out my big, long rant about that True Final Boss, then yeah, be sure to check out my stream on it. That was literally 2 hours long. I am not kidding. That's how bad the True Final Boss is. Because sure, all 3 Final Bosses are bad, for sure. But at least in the case of both the main Final Boss and Chip's Final Boss fight, sure, they're complete bullshit. Both of those complete bullshit. But at least those Final Bosses are not RNG, you know? At least you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to you gotta pay attention to their pattern. So at least those 2 Final Bosses has that excuse going for them. The True Final Boss, on the other hand, no. It's complete RNG. You never know about the rings, you never know. Yeah, like you never know like when they're gonna spawn or any of that. And it's just not fun at all. Because I am not kidding. I literally hate that Final Boss. I mean, I hate all 3 of them. But the True Final Boss literally takes the cake, and I am not kidding. It's literally bad. It's not good. It's bullshit. It's completely stupid. It's dumb. And I don't know what the developers were thinking at the time. I don't know what the developers were thinking at the time. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking at the time. And also, I am okay. I think I'm just being stupid because now I don't know what the heck I'm doing now. Unless the game glitched out again, and, oh, okay, that's what I was supposed to do, okay. Can't play the game on that one. And also, guys, I'm also looking forward to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds as well, because, 1, I'm a big Sonic fan, and 2, Hatsune Miku along with Joker are going to be playable characters as free DLC. Well, Mobius, that's pretty obvious, especially towards a Sonic fan. You know, Sonic lives in Mobius. That's pretty obvious. Oh boy. Oh yeah, then you have this boss where it is pretty easy. Even without Super Sonic, he is still easy. All you gotta do is you just gotta jump like below him or whatever, and boom, all done. Like even without Super Sonic, he's still easy. Now we're on to Stardust Speedway from Sonic CD. And also the one thing I also find it funny how Sonic CD literally has two levels in Sonic Mania. One from this and one from a Metallic Madness. So say what you will. And basically this level is also basically a maze as well. So you really gotta know where you're going on this one. Because it is possible to get to get lost. It is possible to get lost. And to those who have not watched Sonic X yet, please, I would highly recommend to check it out. Like, regardless the English version or the Japanese version. I know a lot of people says that the Japanese version is better, and I guess that is technically true because the Japanese version is basically the original version. And and you get the idea. And also, in the name of AliRx. Okay, okay, so now I'm gonna quote this. No, that's what I call bullshit. But no, seriously, the reason why I'm saying that is because okay, how I got that from is, okay, so there's this review from AliRx, and one of his Transformers reviews on the Famicom. Basically, every single time he died in the level, he would literally play the bullshit clip every single time he died. And I'm not kidding, like every single time he died, he would literally play that same exact voice clip. Yeah, that's basically where I got that from. So that's where I got the bullshit from. Maybe it's not that funny towards other viewers who are watching this, but to me, I think it's funny because it's just the way how it's loved, how it's worded. You love Sonic X too. You only saw the English version, but you love it all the same. Yeah, I did watch kind of the Japanese version, but not really. It was mainly just to see the differences, specifically the first episode or so. But yeah, like I love Sonic X, like you know, and that's basically why I think when I think of Sonic, I think of Jason Griffith, Dan Green as Knuckles, Mike Pollock as Eggman, even though he still plays as Eggman to this very day, last I checked. You know, etc. Like the only person I don't really like as the English voice actor, or actress in this case, is Amy Pound, like I said, because she makes Tails sound too much like a girl, and that's why back in the days, I genuinely thought that Tails was a girl because of his voice. Well, at least until like one of the episodes of Sonic X where Tails and Cosmo had a crush on each other, but well, then plus some other person told me that Tails is a boy too, but. And in the case of Vector, and I do like Vector's voice as well, and that's basically why as well, that's basically why in the some voice acting group that I'm in, but I don't really associate with them all that much anymore, let's remember anyway, but it's basically why I voiced as both Vector and Eggman, at least back then I did. And in the case of Vector, where it's like, oh, fine, the computer room, you know, that kind of thing. But and then like Jason Griffith, um, oh, Tails looks mad. Stardust Speedway was in Sonic City and Sonic Generations. Now is Sonic Mania. Well, yeah. Um, but yeah, basically when I do my Sonic voice, like I said, I just basically use my regular voice, but it's more happy. Anyway, you decided to write your fanfiction story. Shadow finds his. Oh, oh no, yup, that meme. I know about that meme. After the Shadow loves that meme because canon in the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. Well, yeah. Speaking of Sonic Movie 3, I'm not gonna spoil it, especially since the movie has not been an entire year since it released. But yeah, seriously, to the people who have not watched Sonic Movie 3 yet, please do yourself a favor. And please watch the Sonic Movie 3. I loved it. Even if you're not a Sonic fan, it is still a fantastic movie. In my opinion, like, even if you're not a Sonic fan, it's still a fun movie. I had so much fun watching it. And hello, Sonic 82 fans, 88% Luke, and all that good stuff. So, and speaking of fanfiction, I did write my own fanfictions on DeviantArt, or at least I used to. And get this, I actually once had, this one thing I once had, where basically, yeah, I had this, I basically would write stories on DeviantArt, and heck, there's this one story that I typed, and basically this story I basically did was like Sonic Generations, Amy Rose Pasta one shot. But back then I thought one shot meant you had one shot to type up a story and that you can't do any backspaces. So there was like quite a bit of spelling grammatical errors on that one. And yeah. And I do know as well that Dylan Thomas did. I do know for a fact that Dylan Thomas did read that terrible story. So to those who wants to know, just type in Dylan Thomas Krabby Pasta and you'll be able to find it. I don't remember what hour mark it's on, but it is on it is on his channel where he made fun of my crappy story. And basically what that Amy Rose Creepypasta one-shot story was is that basically it was a rip-off of Sonic.exe is basically all it was. Basically the premise of that was basically the main character, he goes to a garage sale, and, he goes to a garage sale, so the Shadow meme, after you revealed, okay, yeah, I see what it is, but, oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that. So now I'm just gonna wait on purpose. Okay, whoopsie. Okay, the reason why I waited on purpose, cause I didn't want to ruin the supersonic thing. So which means I gotta redo that part all over again. But that was completely my own fault, so I'm not gonna blame it on the game. So yeah, that's basically the whole premise of that story. Like I said, it was basically a rip-off of Sonic.exe, where, like I said, it's basically just the thing where the main character, aka me, went to some garage sale, got Sonic Generations on there, and basically it was a hacked game of Sonic Generations. So, like I said, it was a rip-off of Sonic.exe, and I know it wasn't. Well, I mean, I still prefer Jason Griffith as Shadow, but it wasn't that bad. Although at first, when I heard him as Shadow, I didn't really care for his performance all that much. Because, you know, I thought, you know, because it sounded like the voice actor wasn't really into the role until I watched the Sun movie 3, and I actually ended up liking his role as Shadow. So. But I'm glad that you liked him, though. Well, yeah. Yeah. The people who shipped Sonic and Shadow together, well, good for them. But to me, it's like, no. It's like, no. I mean, at that point, you may as well just ship Sonic with Amy, even though Sonic doesn't like Amy in that way. If anything, you may as well ship Sonic with Blaze, even though I ship, you know, Silver with Blaze anyway. But, you know, I'm just saying. Oh, crap. Oh, good job, Tails. You got the final hit, and good job. If it wasn't for you, Tails, I would have died there, so it's a good job, Tails. Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. I forgot Hydrocity Zone was up next, or in this case, Hydrocity Zone. But I just like to call it Hydrocity Zone, but anyway. Well, but yeah, at first I thought, Mirage Saloon or whatever that zone is called, at first I thought that was up next. Cause I was gonna make a joke about Knuckles, in that zone, in that level. Oh no. Okay, you created a good ship for Shadow. Oh, you're well, I mean, it's okay if, on shipping Sonic OCs with the official Sonic characters. I mean, just like I said from earlier. Look at, for example, like I said, Starfy, you know, my Sonic OC character, where I shipped her with Tails, but only because I was trying to be original. But like I said, keep in mind that OC that was created since 2015, and I haven't really done anything with the OC in quite a bit of time. What about that was funny? What up? But yeah, I haven't done anything with that OC in quite some time. So, like, the last thing I remember was something about, basically, a Starfy, she was from a different planet, and she had, like, 3 tails or whatever. So, Tails said, hey, Sonic, help me, Tails, I'm beating up that egghead, yeah, don't get me freaking started on Sonic Forces. Don't get me started on that shit, because I genuinely hate Sonic Forces. When I say I hate Sonic Forces, I legit hate it. I am not kidding. I literally hate it. It is definitely one of my most hated Sonic games of all time, and I am not even kidding. I hate Sonic Forces. And heck, I even sold the damn game because I hated the game so much. I'm not kidding, guys. I literally sold the damn game because I hated it so much. And also, I love that sound effect when you touch an air bubble in the old school Sonic games like this. Yeah, the up. Yeah, I don't know. I just love it. I just love that sound effect. I think it sounds so cool. Yeah. And basically, this is a reference to the Game Gear Sonic games as well. To those who don't know, with the bubble that Sonic is in right now. Well, it's in there. All right, time to row our boat with invisible oars. But you know, despite how Tails is nowadays, well, with the exception of Sonic Frontiers, because Tails actually became a better character in Sonic Frontiers. But despite what I said about the Sonic thing about Tails, Tails is my all-time favorite Sonic character. Originally, that was either Amy or Amy. Originally, my two favorite Sonic characters of all time were Tikal, Echidna, and Amy Rose. But nowadays, it's actually Tails. Nowadays, you know. And as much as I find Sonic Adventure 2 overrated, the thing I like about Tails in that game is that he stood up to himself to defeat Eggman. You know, over the Space Colony arc. You know, so yeah, as much as I find that game overrated, I thought that was a cool moment. And just like how I like this other moment in Sonic Adventure 1, where it was pretty much the same deal, where Tails stood up to himself to defeat Eggman too, over at Station Square. Well, yeah, I don't know why I like that. I just think it sounds so... Oh, man. No. I was getting ready to say, don't exit. If I was gonna accidentally exit out of the game, at that point, then I may as well have rage quit. I'm not kidding. I would've. I actually would've rage quit there. I would've. And I don't mean like the rage quit to the point where I didn't or anything. I would have legit just said, okay guys, stream is over. I'm not kidding, guys. I literally would have done that. I would have. Now that's a taste of your own medicine, Eggman / Dark Girl Botnik. Taste of your own medicine. Yeah. That's why I think it's a cool little reference. Okay, Hydrocity Zone Act 2. Okay, clearly I wasn't paying attention. Because at first I thought I was in Act 2 this whole time. So that goes to show of how much I pay attention. But then again, to be fair, you know, I've just been busy talking about stuff, so I kind of like forgot what act I was on. And you know, in Sonic X, you know, one of my favorite episodes of Sonic X was the one where they're like I believe it's called Blues Cruise or Cruise Blues, something like that, where something about Sonic and the gang, Sonic and the crew, they went on like a cruise or something like that, and you know, and Sonic was trying his best to get out of it. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And I like how in the same exact episode where Sonic is like, hey, just baby, that plane can get lonely, or whatever, how Sonic worded that line, and the same episode too, where Sonic was like playing with Amy's heart, and Amy got really mad, and understandably so. So Amy decided to try to hit Sonic with her hammer. The game literally just said how the game literally showed how to spell it, like in the zone name. Like it literally just said it. Like I'm not mad, but I'm just far from it. Fact. I'm just saying that it literally just said it, like 2 minutes ago. Well, according to the in-game timer, that is. Ah, son of a biscuit. I saw. Oh, wait, maybe I can get over there still, even though I got all the chaos emeralds anyways. Awesome. Now I'm just gonna make sure I don't accidentally put it to waste. Okay, may as well do that just in case. I don't think it really matters, because I'm Super Sonic form anyway, so it's not gonna really matter. And in regards to my OC that I was referring to earlier, like I said, she basically has 3 tails, like I said. Basically, what I was trying to do on that reference. Okay, well, okay, actually, you know what? I'll actually give the reason why I came up with the star thing. Basically, I was kind of inspired by this one person on DeviantArt. I don't think the person is still around anymore. But this person, I believe on DeviantArt, created some Sonic OC, where I believe her name was Starfall Neon Limit, and she had, and she was green, and she had, 3 tails as well. And basically, I thought to myself, oh hey, maybe I can create my own OC too. And so that was when my idea for Starfy basically had the same premise where she was green, she had 3 tails. But I tried to create my own backstory. Like it wasn't like a carbon copy of the OC. Like I believe it was still different enough to warrant it. But one of the things, but that was when I created my own story based on where, like I said, there's an alien or something from another planet, and then she like, I don't know, she like went to Sonic World, or like, you know, I mean, so anyways. I win, you lose. Okay, for some reason I can't skip this screen transition. I don't know why. But now we're at the Mirage Saloon for real this time. And so now I got Knuckles, and now. Oh no! And basically the oh no thing I was doing is basically a reference to Sonic Adventure 1, where if you hit Knuckles in Sonic Adventure 1, when you're attacking him, Knuckles will literally say, "Oh no, oh no." Wow, I mean, I guess it all depends because you know. I mean, like, as I do know, like Rick Sonic the Hedgehog, he was brown. I mean, to me, he looks more yellow-orange to me, but you know, but I don't think it really matters. I think that's kind of a dumb question, but I figured, it'll answer it anyway. And I know I'm probably in the minority into thinking this, but basically my honest opinion, I personally prefer Sonic Adventure 1 over Sonic Adventure 2. I may be in the minority, but that's definitely my opinion. I just personally thought, you know, I personally thought it was better because I liked almost all the gameplay styles in Sonic Adventure 1. The only gameplay style I did not like was Big's gameplay style. But then again, who even likes Big's fishing big gameplay style anyways? Like literally, all you're doing is you're just trying to get the stupid frog. That's literally the whole premise of his storyline. The gameplay does not make much better either. You know, in Sonic Adventure 2, the only gameplay style I like, aside from the Chow Garden stuff, the only one I like is Sonic and Shadows gameplay style. That's it. You know, I didn't really like Tails and Eggman's style of gameplay all that much, especially because of the mech suit. I mean, at least that platform involved. And then Knuckles and Rouge's gameplay style, they nerfed it. They nerfed the Master Emerald radar because it only finds one Master Emerald at a time. So meaning that, say for example, if you found a Master Emerald piece, so yeah, so for instance, yeah, if you found a Master Emerald piece, well, guess what? You're not gonna be able, you're not gonna be able to use it if it's transparent because you weren't supposed to find that Master Emerald yet. And that's why I personally find the Master Emerald piece, or not Master Emerald piece. Well, you know what I'm just saying. That's why I personally prefer Sonic 1 over Sonic 2 because, you know, I just thought the gameplay style was overall better and it was more fun to play. You know, it's not to say Sonic 2 is bad, far from it, but I just personally thought Sonic 1 is better than Sonic 2. But like I said, I'm probably in the minority. But that's the keyword probably, because I just, you know. That's just what I personally think. And granted, you could argue that Sonic 1 has jank, and that is true, but you can pretty much argue that with pretty much any first 3D 3D video game in existence. Not counting Bubsy 3D because that game is a totally different issue on itself, so that game doesn't count. But yeah, first 3D Sonic games, they do tend, or just 3D games in general, they do have their own jank involved. Like for example, Super Mario 64. But Super Mario 64 is still a fun game, for sure. And you know, and other stuff, you know? And that's not what I'm saying. So first 3D games of a certain franchise is to be expected to have, you know, yeah, you know, that's just, that kind of stuff is to be expected. You know, for it to have its own jank and another issue. And now here, you know, we're on this part right here. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, because Super Sonic, pretty pathetically easy, but even without Super Sonic, it is still pretty easy even without it. Oh! Okay, I was getting ready to say, why isn't the capsule there? Oh yeah, now we're, okay, I keep on forgetting this stage exists. At least until I see the background. And that is oil lotion. I keep on forgetting this zone is in the game. And honestly speaking, I never really cared for oil lotion all that much, even when I was a kid. Last time I remember. I just think it's an okay zone, but it's just nothing to write home about, you know? It's just one of those zones I just don't really care about. It's not a bad zone by any means. I just personally think it's just there. You know, but at least at the start, because then Act 2, it gets pretty stressful, because then you lose rings, like when the dark clouds or the dark smoke or whatever comes into play, but it's not really gonna matter anyways in the scheme of things, since I have Super Sonic anyway, so, yeah, I guess so, but yeah. And for the record, I'll go as far to say that Sonic 2, no, sorry, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is better than Sonic 2 in every way. But Sonic 2, in terms of favorite classic Sonic game stuff, yeah, Sonic 2 is my second favorite of the classic Sonic lineup. My least favorite always being Sonic Blast here. Well, on top of that, Sonic Spinball on Game Gear as well. But anyway. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful here because the spikes can squish you. Even at Super Sonic, doesn't really matter because I still won. Night's frame. For Sonic's like, oh! And honestly, this zone kind of reminds me of Sandopolis zone. You know, specifically Act 2 of Sandopolis zone for Sonic and Knuckles. The reason being is because Sonic and Knuckles, they have pretty much the same concept in a way, but not really. Because the ghost, you know, the ghost. But at least you didn't lose rings unless you like accidentally touches that ghost. But you know. Yeah, see, even with the fire shield, you still lose rings. Even with the fire shield, when this kind of stuff happens. So you're gonna want to be extra careful here. Thankfully, when you go inside the submarine here, thankfully you'll be safe. Thankfully, I have no idea what I was doing there. Sorry about that, guys. I was just checking my phone to see the battery percentage. And the thing I find pretty cool as well is the attention to detail as well with the elemental shield. Yeah, I like the attention to detail that they give out too. To grab the elemental shield now, while you know, it's literally right there. So. I'm honestly kind of running out of things to say. But whenever NickTheEnlightened ends up watching this, whenever he has the time to do so, I hope he's enjoying the episode so far. You know, the particular segment. And yes, guys, I did see a giant ring too. I did see it. also, no, here's a game I would also highly recommend that you guys check out. I would highly recommend checking out Freedom Planet, both 1 and 2, but I will say that Freedom Planet is certainly a fun game. Freedom Planet 1, as well as Freedom Planet 2. But yeah, I love Freedom Planet. And yeah, I personally find it a pretty good Sonic inspired game. Because fun fact is, to those who don't know, Sonic it started off as a Sonic fan game, and then it later turned into its own thing. Also, I think I'm gonna die here because you know I'm gonna lose rings anyway. I'm not gonna have any more rings, so I think I'm gonna die here. Oh, well, I thought wrong. Then again, I had an elemental shield, but still. I mean, because, yeah, basically Freedom Planet 1, like I said, it started off as a Sonic fan game, but then it later turned into its own thing. And then it became a Sonic inspired game, and, yeah. You can definitely tell people over at Galaxy Trail, if they are developers over there, you can definitely tell that the people over there, they were really trying to make a fun game. You could definitely tell they were really trying. So yeah, I would highly recommend to check out this. It's certainly a fun game, and definitely check out the game's sequel. Technically speaking, the sequel is technically better than the first game, technically speaking, but I still like the first game more. Probably because of my personal bias towards the game. But I don't know. I just think Freedom Planet is certainly a fun game, and it is a game I highly recommend checking out. Whether you're a Sonic fan or not, and also how did I not take damage there? And also, son of a biscuit, I was trying to, anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I do own this game, both on the PS4, obviously, that's why I'm playing the game, but I also do have the game on the Switch. I do have the game on the Switch. I do indeed have it on the Switch. I do have it. Okay. I thought there would be a bit of a wall or something over there. But yeah. Sorry that I'm saying yeah a lot too. I don't mean to do that. Yeah, I just gotta be especially careful. Otherwise, you'll get crushed by them spikes up there, and that's not good. Because yeah, Supersonic is not immune to that, so you gotta make sure you're careful. And I honestly, will say, that in the case of Freedom Planet-wise, it is certainly a fun experience. It's definitely a game I would definitely recommend checking out. Like I said, it's a fun game. It's fun. I mean, sure, physics aren't elite fast. I mean, like literally, you could literally walk up, run up walls, walk up walls. Yes, you can literally walk inside, walk on walls, and other stuff, but it's still a fun game. Like I said, you can definitely tell they were really trying to make it a fun experience. And I know people will go around saying, oh, it's a Sonic clone. And, that could be true, but like I said, it's Sonic inspired. Basically, the developers, although the main creator of Freedom Planet, yeah, like I said, it started as a Sonic Mania game, and then it became its own thing. And I'm glad it became its own thing when it did, because yeah, I don't know, I just find it to be a fun game. And my first time of playing the game is get this, is the Wii U version. And I'm not kidding, guys. The Wii U version of the game is the first time I ever experienced that. Yeah, I'm not kidding around, guys. Yeah. It's literally how I experienced it. And yeah, and when they announced it was coming to the Wii U, I was thoroughly interested. Especially because, you know, it's the characters, it's like the characters, and that was the main reason why I was interested in it. Yeah, that was the main reason why I was interested in it. And either way, I'm glad I was interested in the game when I was, or technically still am, but. So what else can I say? It's a fun game, and I highly recommend checking it out. Like I said. Yeah, I also love this take of Lava Reef Zone X2, especially the music. Like holy crap, this is a good song. And I actually prefer over the original Lava Reef Zone X2. I actually prefer it. Also, that was kind of bullshit, because I was supposed to jump on the enemy, the game was like, no, you didn't. He was like, I should've. Oh, wow. I don't remember that being up there. Or if I did get it from before, I don't remember getting it. I don't remember getting it in any of my playthroughs. It doesn't really matter, because I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. But, you know, because... Yeah, that's correct. Although kind of funny, because, Sonic 2, actually, you know, the original version of the game anyway, it actually was going to have hidden palette zones. It's the whole point as to why on the sound test, you will literally hear music that doesn't appear in the game outside of the sound test, which basically means that was one of the cut states in Sonic 2. And hidden palette zones, you know, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then we were finally able to play that particular zone. Officially anyway. We were able to officially play it. Start with the mobile port. You know the mobile port. You know the mobile one. Yeah, ever since then we were able to play. Ever since then we were able to play that zone, you know, officially. I did not want it. No, get out of there. Like seriously, I don't want to play on the I don't want to play Blue Spheres. I want to get onto the actual game. Seriously, really, all you really the medals are certainly good for unlocking stuff, like debug mode and stuff like that, as an example. But I do know either way on the Switch version, and I believe on the Switch version I got every single medal in there. Maybe not in the form of rank-wise, but I was able to get all the medals as the Switch version. Just not the PS4 version. Probably just I don't think I can get PS4 version because I just never really bothered, you know? Yeah, better get out of the way in case it just magically crushes me. No, there's only my luck. I'm gonna get fucked by it. Oh yeah, I kind of like the premise of this boss fight, but you are probably more than likely gonna have a Supersonic already at this point in the game, unless you couldn't find the special stages. The reason why I'm saying that, guys, is on my very first playthrough on this game, I do know I was missing quite a bit of chaos on my first playthrough. And matter of, I don't even think I even got the true ending of my first playthrough. I do know back then I did have like a blind stream of Sonic Mania, but you guys are not gonna find it on this channel because that is long deleted. Yeah, that stream, yeah. Those two streams when you play Sonic Mania, blind, yeah, like I said, you guys, no, it's not, but it's NickTheEnlightened's birthday special. It's basically, in other words, a friend of mine's birthday. But in that case, it's actually not his birthday today. This is part 2 of that. And technically speaking, his birthday already passed, ever since June. So, but it's just I wasn't able to get around into doing part 2 because I was just super busy with stuff, with my personal life and stuff. So I wasn't able to find the time to do part 2 until today. Okay. Game, stop sending me. Yeah, another Sonic CD reference. Okay, game, can you like not send me back? Like seriously, it's like seriously, can you like not send me back? Like, thank you. Like, come on, stop. I do like the music in Metallic Man. It's both Act 1 and 2. I like both musics here. All seven. Matter of fact, I collected every single Chaos Emerald. I believe in either Flying Battery Zone or it was the previous zone beforehand. My memory isn't the best, so I don't really remember right now. But I do know either way that I have collected all the Chaos Emeralds already by now. Yeah, okay, sorry for the stating. But yeah, apparently from what I heard, King Toby is, according to what I heard, is that they actually were doing a Sonic Mania 2, but I guess they later canned it. But apparently from what I heard and looked up is, yeah, they actually were doing a Sonic Mania 2, that they actually were making it, or at the very least it was in development. But don't take my word on it. Don't take my word for that. Don't take my word for it, guys. I'm just saying based on what I believe I remember hearing. Don't take my word for it, guys. Cause sure, I love Sonic, I do. But even my Sonic stuff can be wrong. Sometimes. Not everybody. Not everybody is 100% correct every single time. Not everybody. Unless you're like some kind of magical genius like Jimmy Neutron or something. But even then, Jimmy Neutron, basically he made a lot of, you could count Superstars, you wouldn't think so. Yeah, I don't really count Sonic Superstars as Sonic Mania 2 either. Especially considering the art style that they were going for. Yeah, considering the art style that they were going for, yeah, I don't really count Sonic Superstars as a sequel to Sonic Mania, like I said. Sonic Superstars, it's not a bad game, but like, I just think it's an okay or mediocre Sonic game. I don't think it's that great. It could have been better in some areas, but whatever. Plus, it's not made by the same people, and yeah, it's just different. And also, I almost got crushed there. It's not one reference again. So, but yeah, that's true. It's not. Apparently, I made, from what I remember hearing, it's made by the same developers who made some. I forgot what it's called, but I believe they're the same people who made some game that played very similar to Night, and basically from what I heard is that one's not good. So okay, I don't know why I thought it was Metallic Man in Text 2. I don't know why I thought that, but. They made the mobile ports of the first and second Sonic games basically remastered, which is kind of I don't know. I mean, are you sure about that? I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I could have sworn the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 mobile ports. I could have sworn those were made by Christian Whitehead's team. At least I thought. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm right. But hey, I could be wrong. But I could have sworn. But like I said, I could have sworn I'm right. I could have sworn anyway. And now Chibi Sonic, basically, and now it's Chibi Supersonic. Please, yeah, so anyway, we're both right. Christian Whitehead did do the remaster and made Sonic Mania. Yeah. Yeah, I was on the right track then. But, you know, from what I remember hearing too is that the Sonic Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles apparently was planned as a proof of concept or a test, you know, for Sonic for Sonic 3 and Knuckles mobile port. But it never seen the light of day because they never released it for reasons I don't know why, but they never released it. But apparently, from what we're getting, yeah, it was basically a proof of concept. See how Sonic and Knuckles would run on the mobile port. And that's the whole point as to why. It's Sonic and Knuckles in Sonic Origins. They had to have like the Sonic Mania team or whatever to make it. With Sonic Mania, cute, yeah. Anyways, yeah. At least you tuned into the stream, so yeah. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the stream. You know, besides, I don't think it really matters the whole rest of the things, anyways, because. Yeah, it doesn't really matter the grand scheme of things anyway, because the stream is probably going to be done a little shortly. Unless I continuously die in the levels, but... Yeah, so unless I like continuously die in the levels here, I should be able to go. But, you know... Although I gotta be careful though, because sure, this boss is easy enough even as Supersonic, but I still gotta be careful all the same because, you know, since Supersonic basically drains your ring count, so I gotta be careful. Let me rewind that. I think I died of nothing. Let me look at my footage. I think I died. Yeah, what? I literally died from nothing. Yeah, I literally died from nothing. Like, I literally looked at the time. I literally looked, and it looked like I died from nothing. Even though I freaking won. Now that's what I call bullshit. But no, seriously, that made no sense. Well, unless someone randomly tunes in, but. Yeah, unless someone random pops in. But, like I said, I died from nothing! Or at least from my perspective, not unless it was the fire. Not unless it was the fire. But even if it was the fire, that still doesn't make any sense. Because the boss was already defeated. Because the boss was already defeated, yes, because the boss was already defeated. Oh, okay, now I see why I died. Okay, never mind. I guess I take back what I said originally. Never mind. Because I didn't know that those little sparkly things. After you defeated Robotnik, I didn't know / Eggman. I didn't know. It had a hitbox. So never mind. I take back what I said. But from my perspective, anyway, it looked like I died out of nothing. So, like I said, I guess I take it back. I guess, but it didn't really make much sense. But that being said, though, guys, we are now on to the final zone, the whole game, Titanic Monarch. Act 1, last time I remember, isn't too long, but Act 2 is when the stage gets pretty long. I can't be mistaken, but last time I remember, well, yeah. Yeah, last time I remember anyway, from Act 2, last time I remember is pretty long. Oh. No? Oh, I was getting ready to say, please don't lose brain, please. That doesn't be dumb. Like, dumb as shit. It'd be like Jackie Chu all over again. Yeah, it'd be like Jackie Chu all over again. We're just dumb, you dumb shit. You know, but I'm not gonna actually like scream that though, because you know it's from SML, but you know I'm still not gonna yell it because of me doing my apartment complex. Yeah, you know. No. Just in case I magically die, because you never know. And also, just in case, get the, not the elemental, but just get the shield. And basically, the elemental shield, they basically originated from Sonic Mania and Knuckles. And I say that because, well, yeah, technically there was a shield, Sonic that Sonic won in the very first game. That was not an elemental shield, it was just really, it wasn't Sonic 6 and Sonic, you know, and Sonic CD as well. So. And while yeah, Sonic CD is technically my least favorite of all the Sonic games in Sonic Origins, even though I'm not from Sonic Origins, I will say that Sonic CD is still fun. It's just still a fun enough game. But in terms of my least favorite wise, it would have to be Sonic CD. But it's not to say Sonic CD is bad. You know, I still like Sonic CD. But you know, I'm just saying, based on my honest opinion. And you know, to people who disagree, hey, you know, it's okay, you know. I have a lot of people who agree with my opinion too, you know. It's okay, you know, if you don't like, if you don't like Sonic CD or whatever, but, or whatever. Or, you know, it's fine if you like Sonic CD. And I will as far as say, I do like Sonic CD. I do like Sonic CD. But just in terms of my least favorite wise, that would have to go to, like I said, that would have to go to Upper Sonic CD. You know, due to, you know, the way it's designed in some areas. You know, it's not a bad game by any means, but it's still a fun game. But I do remember way back when, though, when Sonic Mania, Sonic CD was praised, like a lot, like especially ever since the mobile versions and stuff, especially when Sonic CD released on the modern platforms at the time when they were modern, the Xbox 360 and stuff like that. So at the time when they were modern, yeah. So at the time when the modern ports came out, Sonic CD was loved by the Sonic community. Well, I don't know about rightfully so, but you know, I do know. But yeah, back then people they said that Sonic Mania, Sonic CD was really good. And especially ever since the mobile versions came on, and well, okay, well, buy as well. Nothing really matters because unless I continuously die here, then I should, then the stream should be over, relatively, I don't know, relatively, but in a little bit of a short while. So, but hey, at least you were able to stick around quite a bit. Okay, yeah, Jurassic World this week. You need to watch out for spoilers. Okay. Well, I do hope you enjoy the movie all the same. You know. I'm not really into Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or whatever, but hey, I'm glad that you're gonna be watching it. You know, like I said, I'm not really into that stuff, but hey, if you like it, awesome. I'm really proud of you for liking that. You know, 'cause not everybody has to be into the same stuff. Not all friends have to like the same stuff just to be friends. You know, some people out there, you know, everyone's got different opinions on certain and it's just how opinions work. Because if our opinion, if every single person's opinions were the same, and also having a feeling of going backwards. But yeah, like, you know, if everybody out there had the same exact opinion, then the world would be pretty boring because everybody would like the same stuff. You know, everybody would nobody would be unique because they would all like also bullshit. Fuck you, game. I'm not even mad, so don't worry. I'm not even salty. But anyway. And yes, actually kind of pushed off the TV, but I was saying it in a kind of in a joking manner. I wasn't saying it in a serious manner, but anyway, like I'm trying to say, you know, if everyone liked the same stuff, then like I said, this world would be a boring place. You know, everybody would like the same stuff, and nobody would be unique, the world would be boring. You know, and please don't die this time, like, seriously. Like, seriously, like, and also Tails, how'd you get all the way up there? Then again, you probably got up there and just didn't even know it. Like for example, I am super into the Fire Emblem franchise. Like I am super into the Fire franchise. You know, hey, not everybody is into that stuff, you know, and I don't really blame some people out there. That, you know, I don't really blame them because you know, it's a technical RPG series, you know, it's not everybody is into that. And in fact, as of the time of me streaming this, I'm actually currently doing another playthrough on Fire Emblem Radiant, but on easy mode, and basically what I plan on doing is I want to play on every single difficulty setting, you know, before you know, Fire Emblem Radiant comes out on also that didn't last long, you know, before it comes out on Nintendo. For all I know, they're gonna release it sometime this month. But even then, I kind of doubt that. They're probably just gonna put like Mario Sunshine on there. Granted, I would have rather preferred Mario Sunshine on there at launch, but that's just what I personally think, in my honest opinion. And yeah, I think personally, I feel like Switch 2. You know, and it's certainly better than the Switch 1 for sure. You know, yeah, you're able to experience the gameplay. Sure, I didn't fight any switching games as the time of this stream here, but you know, it is a fun, console, especially since you're able to play games like that, and especially on some games out there are completely unique. Or not really unique, sorry. Yeah, it had quite a bit of games too has faster loading times, and some games even run faster and stuff too. And I'm saying this too because, like for instance, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 as an example. Yeah, that game as an example seems to run better and faster than compared to the Switch 1 version. Compared to when you play it on the Switch 1 hardware. The reason being is because you know, weaker hardware, more powerful hardware for the Switch 2, and that's why it runs better. And also this, yeah, I've never been a big fan of this part. Yeah, I find this part to be pretty stupid, is all I have. Yeah, like, I mean, like, okay, thanks, I'm checking. Even if I do run out of time, that's okay, at least I left off. Although the funny thing is, I actually once had this very funny glitch. Basically, I believe I was playing as Knuckles. I don't know if it was like a birthday stream or what the heck I was doing. But I was streaming Sonic Mania. I was streaming the game as Knuckles. I flipped through the freaking wall, so I had to redo Act 2 all over again. All of Act 2. At least you didn't have to redo Act 1, but at that point it may as well have had to redo Act 1. Because, you know, considering everything else, you know. Alright, well let's hope I can make it to the final boss. Okay, so there's a checkpoint at the very least. Even if I do magically run out of time, then that's okay. Then that's okay, because at least the timer will reset to 0, and I'll be able to get to the checkpoint. So it's all fun and dandy. So it doesn't matter except for the fact when you get crushed like that. But you know, and I do promise you guys that this is not my first time playing the game. I do promise you guys on that. This is not my first time playing this game, people. And I know that for a fact. I've been playing this game since freaking launch. And I'm not even kidding, guys. I literally first played this game on launch day. And I know that for a fact, because I pre-ordered the game. You know, on digital download. Because, I was just that excited for Sonic Mania. You know, I was just that excited. And same place as Sonic Forces at the time, too. Yeah, this is Sonic Forces. That was before yeah, and then kind of found out, hey, Sonic Forces, like I said on the stream, and that was when I ended up selling the thing. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So now I will be able. So now, I'll be able to. So now it doesn't really matter in terms of. Now it doesn't really matter in terms of the frame. Now it doesn't really matter. Yeah, now it doesn't really matter on the time, since now the timer basically reset. And I can understand why the timer also resets too. And the reason why the timer reset is in case of the player, you know, just in case if the players accidentally did something dumb, like kind of like I was doing earlier, where I don't know if you know, but just in case if the players accidentally. You know, just in case the player accidentally, you know, was low on time. Kind of like me. So at least take care of the players that much. And also, I barely got that rank, just barely. And also with those hands, the thing is, will purposefully touch them, because. Oh yeah, I think they're gonna die here. Yup. Yeah, figures. There's literally nothing I could do about that. But like I said, I promise this is not my first time playing the game. I've beaten this game plenty of times before. And I know that for a fact because, you know, all that. And even then, I think that's like the only attack I find pretty fun. You know, is basically that right there that you guys clearly saw. Yeah, as you guys clearly saw from that one attack. There was literally nothing I could do. Because, you know, yeah, there was literally nothing I could do to prevent it, you know? There's literally nothing I could do. And like I said, with these hands, you may as well physically touch the hands, but yeah, you literally can't do anything, you know, to rescue yourself there. Or whatever. And I'm not even salty or mad at the game right now. I'm not even mad. I'm just saying, you know, I just personally think that they should have done better in terms of that particular attack. It's like the only other attack I find to be complete in other places. Yeah, that's like the only attack I find complete, you know. Because, yeah, it's this stupid thing. That's like the only attack I find to be complete. I feel like the only attack. Because it's like almost undodgeable and you know, I don't know. I just never cared for the stupid attack. I just think the attack is really dumb. And like I said, it's like almost impossible to dodge. Pretty much. And I don't even know why I'm struggling to begin with, because this isn't even a hard boss. Because it's showing, he's typically not that hard. So, well, yes, we could technically beat the first boss, or the final boss, but because we got all the Chaos Emeralds, we now have access to this level, to this final boss. So yeah, I got 20 lives. So unless I just magically lose all these lives here, I should be able to win this fight no problem. Because last time I remember, he is pretty simple to beat too. But then again, look at me, where I was pretty much struggling as well. So what do I know? Yeah. So what do I know? Because I was pretty much struggling earlier too. So that's what I'm saying. What do I know? And at least this two final boss actually feels more fair to actually beat. Unlike Sonic Superstars Super boss, where it's complete RNG bullshit. It is complete RNG bullshit. It is not fun. And but here, the two final boss fight is actually more fair. Because the rings they seem more fair to get. And it's just overall a more fair boss, and it doesn't really rely on RNG. And it's more because it does rely on RNG, and the RNG is actually good enough to the point where it's not that much of an issue. Unlike Sonic Superstars' True Run boss, where the RNG is the major issue with the factor. I'm just saying. And that's why I prefer this final boss over this true final boss over the Sonic Superstars true final boss, because like that RNG bullshit. But I should be almost done with this boss right here. Notice how the timer is also glitchy too. If you in mind, note that it's doing it on purpose because the Phantom Ruby. Because the Phantom Ruby is basically the main plot point of Sonic Mania. Then it became a plot point as well in Sonic Forces. But the obscure Sonic Forces. Yeah, see, it's just that simple. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. This is the whole point as to why the game ends in this way, where Sonic goes inside the portal, because they're trying to do they were trying to put classic Sonic and Sonic Forces. So yeah. I had a lot of fun with this. Right here. So now, yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. Stream for you guys. For part 2 of NickTheEnlightened's birthday celebration thing. Now, like I said, after basically, okay, so here's what I'll do. Even though I didn't say it earlier in the stream, what I will do is I will do the best I can to find a good raid target. And say if there's no one worth raiding, then I will have to end off the stream. Because like I said, guys, I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna say it again. The plan is that straight after I'm done with the stream, well, unless I find a good raid target, then I will go on ahead and do Sonic Generations right away. But this time I'm not gonna skip the cutscenes this time in Sonic Generations. That way it'll make the birthday special all the more special. you know, because yeah, the reason as to why I decided to just get the cutscenes for Sonic Mania on this particular stream is to save time. It's a whole point. That's why I decided to do it the way I did. But yeah, I mean, I'll scroll some more, but I personally don't think anyone's worth rating, or at least not that I can see. And also, computer, can you please load so that way it won't take as long for me to go onto YouTube and stuff? Because yeah, my computer is taking longer to load than usual. Because that's another reason as to why too. I haven't ended the stream yet because I want to make sure that you know I can make sure that the chat works and stuff on the computer, because my phone is literally about to die because it's at 7% right now, so it could so technically it could die any minute, but or any hour or whatever. And I could use my iPad, but I do want to save up that battery life. Not that it really matters, because considering what's going on tomorrow night and Saturday night. But overall, okay, yeah, no wonder why my computer took quite a while to load. But yeah, according to what I can see, I'm not seeing anybody worth rating here. At least not that I can see. So, yeah, because of that, I hope you, basically, yeah, I had a fun time with this stream. Yeah, some issues here and there, specifically when I died in some instances, but overall, I had a fun time. I had a fun time streaming this game, and I had a nice talk with quite a bit of you guys on here, and I'm really looking forward to it too. So, oh yeah, and also cool as well too, because after my computer just finally decided to load properly, my actual profile picture, my desktop wallpaper actually stayed the same. The reason I'm saying that, guys, is because my computer would change its desktop background automatically for reasons I don't know why, or at least at first, until I like changed the auto sync whatever thing, and so yeah. So I had a lot of fun streaming, Sonic Mania today, and so yeah. I hope you enjoyed the stream. NickTheEnlightened. I hope you did. And I also hope you guys enjoyed this stream as well, guys. So with that being said, basically with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream as well. Not just towards NickTheEnlightened, but towards everybody else in this stream. And so anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this stream regardless of such. Because if you guys did, be sure to give this stream a like. If you want to subscribe, if you like watching my guys' streams and videos, click the subscribe button. No, sorry, click the like button. Sorry, got me mixed up. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you guys want to see a video, subscribe, click the bell icon, so if you guys want to see a video, we're on from there. I'll say my outro one more time. And then I'll end up the stream, and then I will get started on Sonic Generations right away. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream as well. Not just NickTheEnlightened, but towards everybody else in general who watched this live stream, as well as who watched this live stream after it gets uploaded onto YouTube twice. Because you guys enjoy my streams and videos, what do you guys want to call it here? Click the like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the channel, if you guys want to see the video, subscribe to the bell icon, so that way you guys want to see the video, and we will go on from there, folks. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the finale of NickTheEnlighted's birthday celebration. And I hope, quite possibly relatively shortly. And until next time, Video Game 96 is out of here. And, yeah, so until next time, Video Game 96 is signing off. And I will see you guys in the next live stream pretty soon. Video Game Fan 96 is out of here. Bye, everyone. see you on the next live stream, relatively shortly, more likely in this case. But until next time, Big6 is out of here. Bye, everyone. See you guys there, and well, peace out, everybody. Peace out.